All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening, everybody. I'm a little mixed up in my times right now. It's been a long day, and that's why we are in our yoga session for a good night's rest tonight. So it's exactly what I'm in for. I hope you are as well. So let's please join me on your mat there if you are feeling okay with it. If you would like to be seated on a chair, that's fine too. To make yourself more comfortable and you feel like you need a little bit of cushioning under your glutes, grab a folded towel, folded blanket, place it under your pelvis, give yourself that little bit of lift, relax your legs down, especially if you feel when you're seated, cross-legged, your knees come up a little bit. Bring a block, folded towels. If you have a bolster, you can sit on that too and relax the hips down a bit. Give them a little bit of space, relax the legs down, and find that place on your mat there. So again, always remember that this is your practice, modifying whenever you need and resting when you need, just like how we do in the rest of the sessions that we usually do. So today I'm going to be on my mat the entire time. Please feel free to go on a chair, use a chair for a little bit of support, and do what you can. And let's find some little bit of relaxation into our body. So we're going to sit up nice and tall wherever you are. Shoulders, give them a little circle back. Soften into your gaze, maybe to the tip of your nose, or close your eyes completely if that feels okay to you. Relax right down to the fingertips, down to the toes. Get a little heavier into the sit bone. Feel that lift from the hips there. And then just right into your breath. Tune in, breathe. Taking a little time to feel that inhale and exhale. Maybe a sigh out if that's what's needed from your long day. Maybe a breath out of the nose there if that's how you feel comfortable with. Let's bring a couple of breaths in and out, feeling the movement in your body. That lift in the shoulders, expansion across the chest. Breathe in. Full breath out. In through the nose. And exhale. Let's take one more breath together. Inhale. And slow breath out. And then start to come back into your space. Take your time, open your eyes, roll your shoulders a little bit there, lift them up, roll them back a few times. Breathe. Good. You can roll them forward a bit there too. Notice how that feels. And then let's tuck our chin in towards our chest. Take a few neck rolls to one side. Maybe starting to switch over to the other side. Just with ease, with your breath. Good. Maybe one more breath here. Slow breath out. Start to come all the way back to center. Head back between the shoulders. And let's bring a little stretch into the side of the neck. Relax your right ear towards that right shoulder. Tilt the head over. Feel the stretch into the left side of the neck. Maybe staying here, just relaxing the ear towards the shoulder there. Maybe taking the right arm, bringing the palm of the hand to the side of the head. Maybe walking it down a little further to the top of the ear there. And then left hand, if you like to, option to just bring the hand fingertips just gently grazing the ground or the mat. Take a couple more breaths here. Slow breath out. Good. And start to come right back to center. Notice how you feel there. Take it over to the other side, left ear towards that left shoulder, opening up the space into the side of the neck. Take that left arm up and over, maybe right away as you relax it down to where it feels the best for you. And then that right hand, hand down, grazing the side of the ground there or the mat. Breathe. Just get a little heavier into the hand that's down towards the ground there. And just take a breath in. Full breath out. Good. In through the nose. Exhale. We'll start to bring it all the way back to center. Head back to neutral. Give your shoulders a little shrug here. Beautiful. Let's take our arms all the way up towards the sky. Bring a little side bend to the right. Right hand drops. Left arm up and over. Breathe. Open up the space into the left side of the body. Feel both sit bones towards your mat though. And on your next inhale, swing both arms up and over. Take it over to the other side. Right arm relaxes just down to the fingertips there. And feel that left hand pressing down towards the ground. Breathe. Good. In through the nose. Exhale. Let's do one more time on each side. Take the arms right back up to the center and then relax them down on your exhale. Back over to the right. Breathe in. Full breath out. Stay here if you're feeling good right here. Take that right hand to the left leg, knee, wherever it is, and find a little stretch from side to side. A little opposition here. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale. Now, if you have created this little opposition here, keep the right hand where it is. Drop that left hand down. Create this X in front of you. Take a few cat-cows here. Take an inhale, belly towards that X. Open and lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Push the back body out. Inhale to lift and open right towards the X. Exhale away from the X there. Good. One more time. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good. Come back to center. Release. Take the arms right back up towards the sky. Stretch up nice and tall. Exhale over to the left again. Right back into your side bend. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Feel that stretch. Just to allow the body to get situated into that side bend first. And then when you're ready, take that left hand to the right leg, onto the knee, a little further away, just to bring in a little deeper of a stretch if you choose to. Breathe. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Keep that left hand where it is. Drop the right hand to the opposite side. Create that X. Move through a few cat-cows here. Inhale into your cow pose. Open the heart. Belly to the X. Exhale. Move away from the X. Belly button in towards the spine. Breathe in to lift and open the heart. Exhale to round the spine. Good. Let's find two more. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good. And then start to come all the way back to center. Release, shoulders, give them a little shrug. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to take those arms right back up towards the ceiling. Take a little twist over to the right. Send that left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. Use your yoga blocks if you need to, just for that lift for the hand behind you if you need. Open that right shoulder back. Take an inhale. Sit up nice and tall onto both sit bones. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. One more breath here. Full breath out, release, come back to center. Reset the spine by taking the arms right back up towards the sky. Exhale, take a twist over to the opposite side. Right hand to that left knee, left hand, fingertips onto the mat, onto a block. As you open that left shoulder back, sit up a little taller. Breathe. Full, deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. Let's take one more. Open that left shoulder back a little bit more if you have the space. In through the nose. Exhale. Good job, everybody. Let's do one more on each side. Take the arms right back up to center. Reset. Exhale over to the right. Your twist here. So opening that space into the right part of the chest, right down to the rib cage, down to the hips, opening shoulder back maybe, deepening into the twist as long as you feel okay with it, keeping the hips as square to the front of the room as much as you can. Take one more breath here, full deep breath in, feel it weave through the twist that you've created in your spine here. And on your exhale, unwind, come back to center. Get your arms all the way up, stretch up nice and high. Exhale over to the other side. Open the left shoulder back, sit up a little taller, find that length in through the nose. Exhale. Take one more breath here. Full breath out. Great job, everyone. Let's start to unwind the body, come right back, and let's just fold over our legs that are crossed here. Hands down. You can fold just like so, with the head as it releases right down, softening into the back of the neck. If you have a little bit more space to hinge, bring your forearms down and relax your shoulders down. You can even bring your blocks and bring your hands or forearms to the blocks as you relax your head. Take a few breaths here. Good. One more. Nice work, everybody. We're going to tuck our chin in, rise all the way back up to that neutral spine, shoulders back over the hips, removing any blocks out of the way. And let's come into tabletop. So onto our hands and knees. Make your way there. If you have any sensitivity in your knees, use that rolled up towel or blanket or any type of mat that you might have, or just your yoga mat itself. You can roll it up in the midsection there and just to cushion your knees there. But if your knees are feeling okay and you are on carpet too, and it feels okay, then you can keep your knees right on there. Just gauge how you're feeling. Hands down right towards the mat there. Just notice how your hips are feeling here. And once you get into a tabletop, we're just going to feel that little softness. Nothing active right now. Make sure your hands are spread out. Lots of surface area onto the mat there. So spread out the hands, press the palms down. Stack the shoulders right over the wrists and then lean forward a bit so you're not dumping all the weight into the wrists there. Good. Press into your fingers, into your knuckles. We're just going to give our hips a little sway here. Rocking forward and back. Circling them out very gently. Breathe. Good. Take it to the other direction as well. Just a few circles there. Try one more. Good job, everybody. Exhale. And let's take it right back to center. Now, keeping your hands right onto the mat, feel them press down. Press down into the palms, lift up and out of the wrists there. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Scoot your hips over to the right. Look behind you to the left. Good. Take that little stretch there. Good. Now let's do the other side. Same thing on the other side there. We're going to scooch the hips over, kind of bop them over to the left. Gaze behind you to the left. Sorry, to the right there. Sorry. Good. Now let's do that one more time. Bring the hips back to center. Scooch them over to the right. Gaze behind you to the left. Much as you can. You're only doing as much as your body will allow you today. Good. And then come right back to center. One more time. Scooch them over to the left. Gaze behind you to the right. Very good, everyone. Come right back to center. Let's move through a few rounds of cat and cow here. So on our hands and knees, take an inhale right into your cow pose. Untuck the tailbone, drop the belly, open the heart forward. Good job. Exhale to round the spine, push the mat away from you, tuck the chin in as you relax the head down. Inhale to rise all the way back up. Tuck that tailbone, drop the belly down slowly. Inhale to rise back up, round the spine, spread the shoulder blades apart. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good. Let's do a few rounds here at your pace on with your breath here. To your level of intensity, take a little softer, a little bit more if you like, as you drop the belly a little further. Bring it up a little higher. Notice that, just that gentle untucking and tucking action of your tailbone. Notice the space into your low back and then the compression. Good. Breathe in. Full breath out. Let's find one more right here. In through the nose. Exhale. Good job, everyone. Start to come all the way back to center. Make your way back. Neutral spine. Good. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees out a little wider. Open them up. They could be just a little bit. They could be a little farther, maybe mat width distance apart. Walk your hands down. Relax right into your child's pose. So this pose here is called child's pose. Arms can extend forward as you bring your forehead down. There can be big bends to the elbows as you relax the shoulders down. Your glutes, your hips don't have to go that far down. They can stay a little lifted. It's wherever it feels the best for you. Watch your knees, make sure everything feels good. Keep those hips lifted a little bit more, especially if you feel a little sensitivity there. Hip blocks are great here. Place them under your arms. If you find it's a little tough to come down all the way, keep it down onto your hands, a little bit more lifted. That's okay. Maybe your head is still hovered, and if it feels okay, you can keep the head hovered, or you can bring it onto a block for a little support. So seeing what feels good for you, use those bolsters that are around you, towels are rolled up, finding a little comfort here, right under the glutes to place anything that's supportive to you. Take a few breaths here. And a nice soft breath in, soft breath out. Find one more. And at the end of that last exhale, start to plant the palms, rise back up into that tabletop, slide the hands right back under the shoulders, knees, walk them back under the hips, maybe the sit bones. Good. Now, pressing into your hands, I want you to take that right leg back behind you. Good. Right onto the toes, flex the heel a bit. So press that heel back just a little bit, get that nice stretch into the back of the leg. Good. Belly button in towards the spine. So engage your core here. Make sure the hands are feeling okay where they are. You might keep your leg here, stretching it back, coming onto the ball of the foot as you get that nice stretch, especially into the calf muscle. If you're feeling you want a little bit more, lift that right leg up. Just a hover, maybe in line with the back body. Keep the hips side by side. Breathe right here. Take one more breath wherever that right leg is. And then on your exhale, release. Bring the knee right back in, right back into your tabletop. Other side, take a break into your wrists if you need to. Circle them out. Press back into your mat. Align the joints here a little bit. Shoulders right back over the hips. Take that left leg out behind you, right onto the toes, to the ball of the foot if it feels okay. As you bring a little stretch, drive that heel back a bit. Breathe. Stay here. Feel that stretch. Maybe take a little lift of the leg up. Engage your core, belly button in towards the spine. Hips side by side. So don't lift it any higher. We want to keep the hips nice and leveled. Good. Take one more breath wherever you are. Exhale. Nice work. Bring that left knee back in, right back into your tabletop. We're going to do the same thing in the arms now. So press into that left palm. Take your right arm, extend it forward. Good. Belly button in towards the spine. Feel that right arm reach for it. Extend it out. Fire up those fingertips to the front of your mat or to the front of the room there. In through the nose. Exhale. Nice work. Bring it back down. Hand back down towards the mat, back into your tabletop. Other side. Press into the hand. Extend that left arm all the way forward. Breathe. Good. In through the nose. Exhale. Go ahead and come right back to center. Good. We're going to try all four of the limbs again. So we're going to go right back into the leg there behind us. Press into your hands. Engage your core. Take that right leg back onto the toes, onto the ball of the foot as you stretch it out. Maybe take a lift. Couple of breaths here. Flex the foot. Engage that ankle. Breathe. Stop, everybody. Bring it back in. Other side, left leg. Make sure your joints are stacked. Arms, hands are pressing down towards the knuckles. The palms lift up and out of your wrists. Breathe in. Full breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Start to bring it back to center. You've got this. We're going to go back to the arms now. Press into that left hand. Get strong into your core. Right arm shoots forward. Breathe. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bring it back to center. Right hand down. Left arm extends. In through the nose. Exhale. Start to release. Come right back to center. Let's do a little bit of threading the needle now from our tabletop position. Keep that left hand on the mat. Press down. Lift up and out of the wrist. Take that right arm out to the side. Exhale. Thread that right arm under that left shoulder. Bring your right ear down towards the mat. Good. Now, if it doesn't come to the mat, that's okay. Grab a block, grab a towel, grab a bolster. Place your head onto that little bit of support as you relax the shoulder down. Good. So threading the needle. Left hand can stay where it is. Kickstand the way it is, or extend it to the front. of the mat there. Keep the hips nice and lifted. Couple breaths here. And let's try the other side. When you're ready, press into that left hand again. Lift your body up, slide that right arm back out, press it down towards the mat, get nice and strong. We're gonna try the other side. Left arm extends out to the side. Again, a little stretch there, maybe a little higher if you're feeling okay with that. And then thread it right under your right shoulder this time, allowing your left ear, side of the head to land. Breathe right here. Good. Again, blocks, bolsters, those towels to place under your head if you need to. There can be a big lift. It's okay. We're just finding that little bit of a gentle twist into the thoracic part of your spine, the mid part of your spine. And a couple of breaths here. Hips nice and high. Feel that there. Breathe in. A nice slow breath out. Let it go. Beautiful, everybody. We're going to start to press into that right head. Slide that left arm out. Press into your hands, right back into your tabletop. And then we're going to just come back into our glutes, sit back into our glutes there. And let's make our way to standing. We're going to do a little bit of standing poses here, a little sun salutation before we come back down onto the mat. So let's stretch out the legs a little bit. We're going to just stand up nice and tall. Relax our arms, come into our mountain pose here. Feel the space between our feet, shoulders, roll them back. Breathe. Feel your fingers relax. And let's move through a few sun salutations just to get the body, the blood flow a little bit into the body, the strength, and feel our breath again. Reconnect. Take an inhale, sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold right back down. Press into your feet, tuck the chin and rise all the way up. Sweep the arms up overhead, pressing the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Relax the shoulders, roll them back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale at your pace, your breath. Circle the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, right back down. Press into your feet, tuck the chin and rise right up to standing. Circle the arms right back up. Palms may press. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Shoulders roll back. 1 more time. Your next inhale, circle the arms right back up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, come all the way back down. Press into your feet. Rise all the way back up. Circle those arms up, nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Shoulders roll back. Take a couple of breaths here as you ground into your feet. Breathe in. Breath out. Good job, everybody. We're going to bring our hands onto our hips. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat if you are at the center. Press into your left foot. Step your right foot back behind you, right into our warrior 1. Turn the right toes out. Make sure the feet are about hip distance apart. Left toes are pointing forward. Lunge into that left knee. Hands can stay on the hips. Arms can come up. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. Feel that strong back leg. Take a little time to set yourself up. Make sure the feet feel good where they are, lengthwise and widthwise. Shoulders, stack them over the hips. Feel the belly button in towards the spine, so strong into the core. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good. Let's take a few more breaths here in your warrior 1. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. You can keep your arms exactly where they are right now. You can open up the arms into a cactus pose here with the arms bent up at the elbows, palms face forward. So little cactus arms with your warrior legs, warrior one leg. Breathe. Full breath in. Full breath out. Great job, everybody. Take another one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. If you are good here, stay, pause, keep breathing. If you like a little bit of movement, we're going to take the arms up, take the bend out of that left knee. Exhale right back into your warrior one. Good. So we're going to take the arms up, take the bend out of the left knee. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in. Full breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. 3 more times. Breathe nice and deep. Exhale, lunge. Last 2. Your pace. Don't rush it. Exhale. Last one here. Take the arms up. Exhale, lunge, hold right here. Breathe in deep. Exhale out. Good. Take the hands right back onto the hips if they're not already there. Pressing into that left foot. Gentle couple steps back or big step back to the front of the mat. Breathe in. And then relax the arms right alongside you. Exhale all the way out. Feel the feet ground, roll the shoulders back. We're going to move on to the other side. Hands onto your hips, pressing into that right foot. Step your left foot back behind you. Turn the toes out, anchor the heel down. Feel the space between your feet. Make sure it feels good. Lunging into that right knee, pointed towards the toes. Draw that right hip back just a smidge, so that we can get our hips square to the front of the mat as much as you can. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just making our way to that point. Hands can always stay on the hips there. Arms can come up maybe. Breathe. Strong into your warrior one. Feel the feet ground. Feel the hips settle. Feel the inner thighs draw in towards each other. Relax your shoulders. Fire up those fingertips. Breathe right here in your warrior one. Find that strength into the body. Feel your breath. In through the nose. Exhale. Two to three more of your breaths here. Feel that strong breath in. Strong breath out. Maybe keeping the arms exactly where they are. Starting to open your arms out to cactus arms. Bend up the elbows. Palms face forward. Shoulders roll back. Stay for a few breaths here. Relax along the jaw. Tap into that inner smile. You're doing wonderful. One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's find some movement here if you choose to. You can always stay. Inhale, arms reach up. Take the bend out of that right knee. Exhale to lunge. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to lunge. Inhale to lift up nice and tall. Exhale to lunge. 3 more. Last 2. Coming down to your last one. Take the arms up. Exhale, hold. 1 cycle of breath here. Feel those hands. Energy towards the front of the room. Relax your hands down onto the hips. Press into that right foot. Give it a little bit of a bend into the right knee. And then just a little couple hops back to the top of the mat. Relax your arms, shoulders back. Breathe in deep. Exhale. So let's find a nice stretch into the legs there. Let's come into our pyramid pose. Hands onto the hips. Step your right foot back about 2 feet apart. So you don't want a huge space between the feet like we did in warrior one there. Turn the toes out just slightly. Feet about hip distance apart. Hands, they can stay right on the hips there as you hinge and fold. Nice long spine coming down. And you can keep the hands here. You can grab for the arms behind you and stay right here. Nice long spine, flat back, press into the feet there. If you're able to come down a little further, you can bring your hands down onto the mat, onto blocks, the seat of your chair if you're using that as a prop tonight. Draw that left hip back. Press into that left heel. Breathe. Good. 2 more breaths here. Legs as straight as you can get them. A little bit of fluid behind the knee, but not lunge. Great work, everybody. Let's bring our hands right back onto the hips. Press into your feet. Rise all the way back up. Press into that left foot. Bend into the knee. Pop that right foot back beside the left. Relax your arms, shoulders back. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Other side. Press into that right foot. Step the left foot back this time. Take a little bit of time here to set yourself up into your pyramid pose. Hips forward, legs as straight as you can get them. Hinging at the hips, long into the upper body, and then start to find that fold. Good. You might just stay here. Doesn't have to be a big fold, remember. It's up to your body. Maybe a little further. Hands can stay here. Hands can come onto the back, grabbing for their elbows or their arms. Maybe come down a little further onto blocks, onto the ground, onto the seat of your chair. Breathe. Relax your head. Soften behind the neck. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Take one more here. Full breath out. If your hands are down, bring them back onto the hips. Rise all the way back up. Nice long upper body. Press into that right foot. Step the feet back together. Relax the arms, shoulders back. Breathe in. Exhale all the way out. Take one more breath in your mountain pose. Full breath out. Sweep your arms all the way up into the air. Interlace your fingers. Take a little side bend to the right. Stretch it out. Good. And then to the other side, come back to center. Release it over to the left. Good. One more time. Back up to center. Over to the right. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, over to the left. Beautiful. Come back to center. Release the hands. Fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Hands can hang right here. Maybe your fingers touch, maybe the backs of the hands as you just give a little stretch. Use your blocks here too. Bring your hands on there. You can also grab for opposite elbows. Give your body a little sway here. Just in your forward fold. Bend into those knees as much as you like. Get generous into that bend there. Let your belly flop towards the thigh bones. So if you keep your legs straight and you fold, you're going to get this awkward spine there. You want to find that hinge into the hip space, into the back body. So bend into it so you can let it flop so you can come down and relax right over your legs a little bit. Breathe. A little shake, a little nod into your head. Good. Let's bring your hands right back down if you're grabbing for your elbows there. Walk your hands over to the right side, to that right foot there. Use your left hand Bring it onto your right leg, anywhere on the leg there, ankle, a little higher, back of the knee. Bring your right hand onto the hip, open up that shoulder, stay here. If you have a little bit more space, bring that hand onto the low back. Twist. Take one more breath here. Exhale, release. Come all the way back down. Walk it to the other side. Same thing here. Right hand to anywhere on the leg, on that left leg there. Left hand on that hip. Open up, twist. Maybe hand onto the low back. Breathe. Nice work, everybody. Release. Come back to center. Fold over your legs one more time. Take an inhale, lift halfway. Slide the shins to slide your hands to the shins, find that flat back. Exhale, fold right back down, press into your feet and rise all the way back up to standing. Circle the arms up high, pressing the palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full breath in. Exhale, release, hands onto your hips. Take your right foot, step it back behind you, turn all 10 toes. Face them to the long edge of the mat. Make sure that you have lots of space for you. We're going to take a nice fold here, shoulders back, elbows back, maybe a hinge and fold right here. Now, if you are okay with that, I'm going to show you another way to fold. Take your arms behind you, interlace the fingers, bring the heels of the hands as close as you can. Belly button in for both options. So you want that nice strong core. Exhale, hinge and fold. Arms can stay right onto the low back as you relax. Take it up a little higher, hover, maybe knuckles up towards the sky. Breathe. Heel toe your feet out a little wider. You might keep that bind behind you. If you are taking that bind with your hands, you can relax your arms down onto the mat, onto blocks, onto the seat of your chair. So everything that I've done in this session, it is not with a chair, but it's poses you have seen us do on the chair, but just tonight without a chair. So you always know that you can have your chair right by you, use it when you need, and take it out when you don't need it. We're just finding that comfort in your practice. Let's take 2 more breaths here. In through the nose. Exhale. So good, everybody. Hands back onto the mat, onto blocks. Walk or heel toe your feet back into a comfortable distance. Inhale to lift halfway. Once you get there, exhale to fold. Press into your feet, rise all the way back up. Circle the arms up towards the sky, pressing the palms to touch. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Circle the shoulders back. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. If you have gone to the center of the mat there, walk it back to the front side of the mat. Let's move through one more sun salutation. We're going to come down to right back onto our mat there, onto our glutes and onto our back body. Inhale, circle the arms up, your pace, your breath. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold right back down. Now you can come all the way down onto your knees and sit down now onto your glutes. If you're okay with it, after you've folded, press your hands towards the mat, step your one foot back, then the other into a downward facing dog. So that those are just an option. You can come all the way down to your glutes now, seated position, or you can come into a downward dog. Take a few breaths here. And for some of you, this might be something very natural. You've done it before, maybe. For some of you, this might be a little intense. You want to try it, go for it. Maybe you're not going for it today, that's okay. Try another time. Downward dog is a great pose, but it is intense. So take your time, find that space, about hip distance apart with the feet, shoulder distance apart with the hands. Make sure that your hips are lifted, big bends to the knees if needed as you draw the sit bones up, lengthen to the spine. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good job. And if you are in downward dog, lower the knees down and come onto your glutes with everybody else. Good. So once we're on our glutes, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to extend our legs out onto the mat. Flex the toes long into the upper body. Bend into the knees a little bit. If you have tight hamstrings, grab for that block or fold a blanket under your glutes if you need that little lift up into your hips there. Let's take a nice forward fold here. Seated. Take your arms all the way up. Exhale. Fold over your legs. Up and over. Space into the upper body. Space into your low back. Belly button in. Relax the head. Grab for whatever is accessible for you as you relax your neck a little bit more. Shoulders down. Breathe. I'm going to take one more breath here. Slow breath out. Start to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Rise up. Long into the upper body. Nice work, everybody. Draw that right knee up towards you. Keep the foot right beside that left leg if that's where you feel comfortable with. Cross it over the left leg if that's okay for you. Take a little twist here. Grab hold of that right elbow, right knee with the left elbow, and turn your body to the right hand right behind you, right hand behind you as you flex the left toes. Sit up a little taller, twist, open that right shoulder back. Breathe. Light into that right hand or the fingers if you need that block. Always good to have those blocks or the towels, cushions around you. Good job. Start to unwind the body. Let's go over to the other side. Extend the right leg out. Draw that left knee in, foot beside the leg, cross it over if it feels better. Get nice and long into the upper body. Grab for that left knee with the right elbow this time or right arm. Open up into the space. Left hand back or fingertips. And with every breath out, opening up the space a little bit more. Good. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. Start to come all the way back to center. Release that left leg. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Open the knees out to the sides of your mat. Good. And you can always, if your knees are pretty high up, that's okay. Hips are just a little stiff today. That's fine. Bring those blocks underneath, cushions underneath. Give them a little support so you can relax the hips down. And this is a great pose to just sit upright. Feel the inner thighs, your adductors here as they release. Feel the hips a little bit. If you're feeling you need a little bit of fold, come over, up and over the hips, long into the upper body, space into the back as you relax the head down. Soften behind the neck, hands down, grab for those toes maybe. Breathe. Just take a few breaths wherever you are with this. Your next inhale, tuck the chin right back in. Rise all the way back up. Roll the shoulders back. Close your legs like a book. So bring your hands to the outside of your legs. Close it like a book. Bring the knees in, draw them in a little closer towards you, grab hold of them, hug them in, and relax your head towards the knees. Face into the back of the neck, shoulders down. Just giving yourself a nice big hug here. Breathe in. And slow exhale out. Tuck your chin in, rise all the way back up. And let's make our way onto our back. And just taking your time. Relax the shoulders, feel the hips get a little heavier. Keep the knees bent, heel toe your feet out a little wider, maybe hip distance, maybe mat width distance. Knock the knees in towards each other. Good, tee your arms out, open up into the shoulders, the chest, the collarbones here. You might even bend up at the elbows, come back into that cactus arms here, but reclined now. Yeah, and just notice how everything feels here. Your legs, the little bit of compression into the pelvis, into the inner thighs, and then the upper body, that open space, front body up towards the ceiling. Take a few breaths here. Just enjoy this little bit of quietness and stillness right now. Enjoy, embrace the relaxation in your body as everything hits the mat. Everything slowing down, decompressing. Good, and just keeping everything exactly where it is. We're just going to bring a little movement into our hips. Start to windshield wiper your knees, legs side to side. So it can start off with just soft movement into the hips as you bring the knees over to one side, then the other. Go a little deeper as you come into the third round of this, fourth round. For some of you, your legs might be hitting the ground right now. For some of you, it might be still pretty high. That's okay. We're all going to be a little different in this, just depending on how your hips feel right now. You might even hold it for an extra breath because it just feels that good. Good. Now take a little twist over to the right. So send those knees over to the right and just let them fall. Let them relax. Keep them staggered. Or if you like a little bit more tonight, bring that left knee or leg right on top of the right. Stack them up. And you'll find a little more depth there, a little bit more intensive into the twist here. Arms can stay where they are. They can tee out. Keep them a little closer to your body if you like. Relax that left shoulder down a little bit more and maybe a little gaze over that left shoulder. On your next inhale, pick up the legs, bring them back to center. Let's go over and twist to the other side. Scooch the hips over to the right a bit. Maybe you come back into that staggered twist with the knees, the legs apart a bit. Maybe you start to stack them up. Draw that right knee right on top of the left as much as you can. Start to feel that little bit of space into the right side of the leg. Breathe right here. Maybe a gaze over that right shoulder as you relax right down to the right fingertips. Full breath in. A slow breath out. And let's start to pick up the legs, bring them back to center, hips back to neutral there. Draw the knees in towards your body or towards the chest as you grab hold of them from the front or back side. Give yourself a little movement side to side, front to back, maybe even hands onto the kneecaps as you circle right into the knees, into the hips. You might even lift your head to meet the knees for a little stretch into the back side of the neck. You might cross at the ankles. Good. You might even extend the legs all the way up to the air. Grab for the backs of the legs there. Flex. Point the toes a bit. Circle the ankles a little bit. Find some movement if you like. Start to come into happy baby pose if you choose to. Bend into the knees. Open the hips up a little bit. Grab for the outsides of your feet. Outside of the ankles. Backs of the legs maybe. And just let the thighs relax right down towards your low belly or extend the legs out. Take another breath here. A slow breath out. Start to bring your knees right back together, your legs right back together. Give one more big squeeze right towards your chest. And on your exhale, release right onto the mat. Coming down to your final pose this evening into your Shavasana. So finding that space on your mat, extending your legs out, maybe arms alongside you, starfish your body if you choose to. Keep your knees bent. You can come back into your butterfly pose, wherever it is. Take a little time, explore on your mat, on the ground. The hardest pose in yoga is that final pose where you find stillness. Allowing your body to let go, finding that release and allowing, giving yourself permission to do so. So come into your space, take that big breath in, and then that slow exhale, start to descend. Get a little heavier into the back body, heavier into the shoulders. Closing your eyes if you haven't done so already. Let the eyes go all the way back into their sockets. Heavier into the hips, right down to the legs. Feel the heels down, the feet down as you soften into the toes. One by one from the big toe all the way to the pinky. And just be right here in your space with your breath in your Shavasana. And I invite you to stay as long as you can in your Shavasana, in your stillness, in your space on your mat. Stay right where you are. Relax. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. Namaste.
Thank you.